Okay, so I came out here and I kind of have nothing to say. Everything's the exact same. I'm trying as hard as I can to learn how to drive as much as possible. And I got hired at a job, so I'm gonna make money from that. And then I'm gonna do DoorDash and Shipt and stuff like that when I have my car. And then I'm gonna go to cosmetology school and work as much as I can while doing that and save a bunch of money. And then I'm gonna move to Detroit. Solid. Why am I so restless? This all goes back to me thinking about like how I need to have a life and I don't have a life because I don't have a car. I feel like I really lost the flow of these things once I started uploading these onto YouTube, because now I'm like more self-conscious about the way that I speak and the way that I say things and whether or not it matters that I'm putting it on the internet. I feel excited that I got put on antidepressants, but I feel sad that it probably won't work. I don't know why I'm like forecasting that it's not gonna work. Like, who's it? Maybe it does. The mood stabilizers worked pretty quickly for me, but I just have heard so many people have like bad experiences with antidepressants and having to be prescribed a bunch of different ones before finding the right one. I'm like, not interested in that route, but it takes what it takes. The time passes either way. I don't like feeling like a guinea pig with trying all these different drugs, but it's better if it's one step closer to, you know, better. Either dive into what I've been avoiding by using substances or keep running forever. Why does everything with a man feel like a humiliation ritual? Why does it all feel so like bad? Jesus. In the house makes me feel like I want to crawl outside of my own skin. Feels like I'm constantly trying to fight all of my worst urges when I'm in that house. I just want to give up on everything. Why am I so anxious and a mess and never enough? Cried off my makeup because I'm depressed and I was freaking out over nothing. And I had a really good time, and I will not be breaking things off with that guy. I think it's been a long time since I updated about that. We're solid. I'm solid. We're good. For context, we drove around. I drove for about 2 hours-ish. I'm really good at driving. Say hi to Nova. Say hi to Echo. I've screamed and I'm significantly less depressed. A little bit. Apparently there's a war on sweatpants right now. You guys can count me out of that war. I think that is ridiculous. I just recently got used to wearing sweatpants and accepted that they aren't the ugliest thing in the world, and now everyone's saying that they are. Literally crying because that flavor is so bad. I just had the thought that I was so young. I just authentically thought the quote, "I was so young then." Oh, okay. Okay. Also, recently I haven't been feeling confident in my appearance even a little bit, even a comical amount. And I just realized it's not because I think that I got ugly, because I was thinking like I used to take so many pictures of myself, what happened? It's that I don't feel like myself. I already said I don't vibe with the hair, I don't vibe with the aesthetic that I've been put into as of recently. It doesn't feel like it's me. It's not that I think that it's a bad aesthetic. I appreciate the aesthetic. It was once mine, you know, the whole emo thing. Like I was in it 100% and it felt like me. And then it stopped feeling like me. This old guy's talking my ear off. And someone commented I'd be so much prettier without the acne. And it's getting to my head. Also, he opened his camera roll and there was porn. Like, he just saved random videos of pretty girls and just had it out looking through his camera roll for a picture of his cat, and I was like, am I supposed to be looking away right now? What is this?
This old man's low-key flirting with me, and he's like, I was married by 21, and I'm like, that's crazy. And he's like, you know what's crazier? I'm still married. I'm drunk. I shouldn't have any more drinks. I don't feel well in my stomach. And I'm depressed. And drinking isn't helping, so I'm not going to drink anymore. I'm going to take my antidepressants. Fuck that man. Fuck the man.
I was just kidding myself, thinking that I could let go of who everyone else thinks I am and just be myself.
She munching on the rocks, but she watching Hulu. Wake up, big cup.
Is like studying at the mall. I study at the mall all the time. Yeah, well, I'm different. Is this a gay thing? No, it's a brain thing.
Sorry, who are you? I don't know. Excuse me.
This tastes like poison. I'm going to be famous. I deserve to be famous. I've went through enough trauma to make me unique enough.
Progress against the war on fentanyl, but believe me.
What happens when the drugs don't alternate the way you feel? That's gotten a hold on my emotion. I changed my mind again. Right, So me in Detroit, envision it with me. Me in Detroit. I think it would be a lot of fun. I think I would change a lot as a person. I think it would be an interesting social experiment. I just know something interesting is waiting for me in Detroit. So who cares who I meet here? Who cares what goes on here? Sometimes I care what goes on here. I feel like all my happiness has nowhere to go because what I was happy about is gone. And it's like, just transfer it onto something else. But it's like, no, because then this isn't authentic. This wasn't joy for this thing. It was joy for a different thing. I don't know why I feel purposeless, because now I guess I do have a purpose. It's going to Detroit. Ooh, isn't this such a fun cycle where I choose a new thing to be obsessed about, and it's the thing, and like, this is what's gonna fix me, this is what's gonna save me, is thinking about this. And then it doesn't work, and I have to find a new thing. At least this time it's not a person. At least it's a place. A place can't really break my heart until I visit it and decide, oh, I don't really like it here. Which is something I'll have to do. I'll have to take a a weekend vacation to Detroit, I gotta do it by myself too. Yeah, 'cause I'm gonna live there by myself, so I can't have the visit be with someone else, because that'll be too much. Too much of their energy interacting with my energy and tinting the experience. As much as I said I don't like the purple hair, it does fit the current circumstance that I'm in. Remember when I wanted to live in Europe? Oh my goodness. I am so tired of being depressed. It's so boring. I feel like all of my whimsy and all of my just joy for the world got completely drained from me this week. I just had my psychiatrist meeting and now I'm rewatching my own vlogs. It's very weird and surreal to think that this has only been a month of my life.
This next one I may get a little heat for because, I'm coming at some folks a little bit. But it's out of love and it's just because I'm from Detroit and all we do is keep it real. And that's a part of it as well. The people here are great. And I'll take our people over there as any day. Out in Cali, more specific.
Why am I so indecisive? So I might be moving to Detroit. That's my new outlook. I was just I'm gonna move to LA. But I was someone was telling me, make sure you check what the price of your tuition is for your cosmetology school and see if there's a cheaper school you can go to. And there's some, but they're a few hours away. And they're close to Detroit. How much of this has to do with how much I've been smoking, who knows? But weed is such a good thing to pass the time with. That's why I've been using it so much mostly, is because I don't want to feel time I genuinely just think too much. There's no teachings of how to be more positive and how to be more mindful and all this stuff that could help me. I just need to stop thinking so much, which is why I like smoking weed and why I like escapism so much, because when I have thoughts, they are loud and they are thunderous and they are demanding. My thoughts demand so much of my emotions and it's exhausting and I just don't want to do it anymore. So I basically have this issue of not knowing if all the struggling is worth it. But then it's no one knows if the struggle is really worth it. But they do, because they have things that they can look to and be it's worth it all for you. It's worth it all for this. It's worth it all for that. And I don't have anything that I look at and I think yeah, I would do anything for that. I don't have that kind of passion about anything. I feel so hopeless because everyone else seems like they have this magical power to push themselves through anything because they have a vision of something. And I don't have a vision of anything. I don't want anything. But I know what I don't want. I feel like I'm more pushed around by knowing what I don't want than knowing what I do want. I guess when you're passionate about something, it gets rid of that fear that you could possibly be wrong because you're so determined to be right. That's what I gotta start doing. Start saying that this is the correct path for what I want. And nothing can convince me otherwise that it won't work out. See, I could sit in silence with my thoughts. I'm fully capable of it. I just don't see how that's productive. I just don't see how there's a use in that. I'm trying to dole out my emotions, and I don't even know why. I don't even know what I feel. A vague feeling of sadness about the lack of simplicity that life is, and that's tough. But I don't know why it makes me so sad. I guess because I never got a simple version of life, probably. Never had the idea of an actual simple life, which I think we're supposed to get when we're kids, but yeah. So I'm stuck forever mourning a lack of simple life, a lack of I love you and you love me, and there's nothing else that matters. That's not a real reality. That's a fairy tale that you tell kids. And they believe it for a little bit, long enough, and they hold on to it, sort of in the back of their mind, and it motivates them to do things. But if you never get that, then it's not in the back of your mind to motivate you, so there's just no reason to do anything. I just want someone who will be solid with me, but like in a non-serious way. Like, we're not committed to each other, but we will be there for each other no matter what happens. Where do I find that? It's like, we're not getting married or anything, but like, ride or die till death do us part. But not like we can go like a couple years without talking to each other and we'll still be fine.
I give a phenomenal interview. I have never failed an interview and I never will.
I hope we get home safely.
I'm sorry. Forgive me. It's sad, actually. Handmade jewelry. That's cute. Did you make that? Yeah.
The girl I was supposed to practice driving with today had just ghosted me, and my brother is still sick and my mom is too scared of the roads. So what's to stop me from saying I have the best version of every bad thing ever? Like, this does suck, but it's the best version of this. It's the best version of this. It's the version that sucks the least. Like, if there's like a top ranked like worst 100 situations, mine's not at the top, but it's still in the situations, but it's not at the top. So I'm having a great time, actually. I admitted to my therapist that I feel like super depressed, and they seemed so excited for me. They seemed so happy that they're like, damn, she finally gets it.
Now I can pick it up.
I have got to get my whole issue with food figured out. It is the source of so much stress. I'm on drugs. I'm on drugs and I'm so tired of being on drugs.
The ugliness inside you. You were born ugly. That's your birthright. And now you can fill your life with projects, your books and movies and your girlfriends. It will make you whole. You're a better Jack Russell. No cure for that.
Yeah, but I ain't got nobody hand up since my songs went platinum like Cisco.
He's stupid. He's so stupid. I'm so much fun. He's so stupid. And I'm so pretty. Sorry.